All right. Now, where was I? I see. I just finished looting Sorceress Sundries. Suppose I have not yet done either of the options with Leroican yet.
You tell Leroican I went for his goddamn night song, and now he has to pay up. What are you looking at? I can knock you out if the noise is bothering you. Leroican, wizard that owns that shop. I lost good people. Good friends. The night song, my arse. And Asima. You found it. Where is it? Immortal, eh? Interesting. Hope you hit her well, mate.
How can I help you?
It's okay. Uh, Now, what was I actually going to use? I believe I wanted to use this. I have some random garbage that I'm probably going to want to sell. Okay. And then which of the guys did I actually befriend? Not you. Not you. I did you.
How can I help you? I suppose that's at least I can help.
Okay, I already ate up your entire gold supply. Warped Headband of Intellect. Is that what I want? Um, so with my Abyss Beckoners, gonna want to respec into Necromancy Wizard.
What can I do for you? Of course. When would you like to hold it?
Um, okay, so I need to find like I guess really anything useful. I'm not sure what I actually want to use here. Um, I think that I'm like far enough into the game that the Ring of Salving really does not do a whole lot for me. Uh, okay, so yeah, so I need these for my ghouls, but I also need the... Oh, I should probably get... Okay, so for the amulet, I probably want the thing to steal that thing from the church. For my rings, I think I'm pretty happy with what I've got. For the boots, I'll just pick these up. Yeah, I don't really think there's anything better. For armor, can't use this. Or wait, no, I definitely can. I've got Life Domain Cleric levels. That is heavy armor proficiency. And then I guess damage reduction is useful. Sure, I guess I might as well. I am a bit short on gold, but I can... Okay. Yeah, okay, so this will just make me nice and tanky. As tanky as I can get with 1 HP at least. But I, yeah, I can cast aid and stuff. It's not too bad. So yeah, let's go with that. And then... Okay, I want to hold on to that. I want to hold on to that. This is probably useless now. This is very useless. Evasive shoes. I think that's actually probably more useful, but I'm not sure. I'll just hold on to those. Um, let's make sure that I've actually read all of these. Okay, good. Did I read the Necromancy of Thay yet? Looks like I have. Cool.
What can I do for you? Of course. You wouldn't be allowed to hold them if you weren't for you.
Okay, and then I'll just try learning some of these scrolls. Oh, I'm quite under leveled, huh? I don't think Stone Skin is remotely useful. And then, what happens if I have both Summon Quasit and Summon Cheeky Quasit? Okay, I actually can just have both, that's neat. So I guess that prevents you from getting locked out of having a Quasit. Okay.
What can I do for you? Of course.
Then I guess I will sell all of the offensive spells because I cannot use them. Lovely, lovely. Give me that money. Okay. I actually don't think I need this because I no longer need Dex, as I can just equip like big plus initiative items.
Thy will dost thou require as the
Okay, so what did I need strength for again? Was it just jump distance? Right, yeah, I think it was just jump distance, and jump distance doesn't matter now that I can fly. So I can just dump it. My carrying capacity would be quite tragic. I don't think I care too much about that though. Um, yeah. So Dex for initiative and saves. Int for I think the necromancy wizard should like have my, let's see. Oh, okay. Necromancy wizard does not depend on intelligence, huh? Interesting. I don't need like, okay, so I just don't need any stats, I guess. Like, what the heck? Okay, so wisdom will let me heal better, I guess? I think? Yeah, so this at least is useful. Um, Charisma for talking is nice, I guess. Uh, don't I have expertise from, like, illicit expertise or whatever? That illicit expertise is persuasion, deception, intimidation. Yeah, sure. Let's grab religion. Okay, so what are the feats that I'm going to take? Gonna take alert, and then I'll have like all the initiative I need. And then yeah, I don't know. Guess I'll figure it out later. Anyways, I will uh just go ahead and be overweight, I guess. This is the church. Perfect. Oh wait, I need 400 gold. Need to stick the 400 gold into a pouch if I recall correctly, otherwise it doesn't gift it correctly. Or some kind of container. Backpack with gold. Hey, what happened to my... Okay, there we go. Ah, there it is. Cool, cool. Okay. Sorting inventory is nice. Anyways, Mistra.
You see an altar dedicated to what you've offered proves your faith and devotion. Show the mistress of magic blesses you with Mistra. Even though you do not follow her, you feel her power resonating from the step.
Okay. Ah, I guess I'll have to donate a bit more money. How convenient that the money I donated just happens to be right there and I can donate it again. Wow. Neat. I think. Hopefully. Guess we'll see.
You see an altar dedicated to Mistra. Show reverence. The mistress of magic blesses you. Mistra. Your studies.
Oh, I don't even... Okay. Cool, cool. Just get that. And I've got... this. Okay. So I can pick up this 2 levels of cleric and then 6 levels of wizard in the necromancy school. all these spells that I just can't use. Alright. Well, at least haste is something I can use. I'm pretty sure that it's here. Did I? Wait. Oh, guess I learned it from a scroll. Well, counterspell is nice. That is actually usable. And maybe Sleet Storm is allowed? Feign Death is definitely allowed, but it's also garbage. Maybe there's a glyph that's allowed, I don't know. Sure. Alright. The fact that I was allowed to just yoink back the gold after I gifted it is quite, uh, let's just say entertaining. Hey, more of these. Never complain about, universal resistance. Might be useful. Those are always useful. I can just leave them on the ground to create a barrel chain without using the big damage explosives. Okay. I don't know if that's worth it. Okay. Might just like start selling off all this shit. Oh, I should probably find a spot where like uh where I can have the diva. What if I've summoned the diva in when I was like fighting this guy? Sure, let's just grab a long rest so that my stuff can work. What do you want, Halson?
I never quite realized I was forgetting who I was. But I have lived a very friendship remains precious to me. Still,
Oh, I guess I need to remove curse to... get... Okay, okay. I do have Danse Macabre. Okay. Cool, cool. I don't have aid yet. Need another level to get aid. But... guess I might as well just... see how the Leroican fight goes. This seems like the correct time to... okay. Dame Aelin, let's go kill a fucking wizard.
Mother's milk, your visage speaks of ill tidings. Is he indeed? Pray tell, what does he seek? I will wring his neck, and I'm coming with you, my darling. Our close high we. What do you say? You will address me with you.
oh, my apologies. Forgive me for that impudence. Perhaps our...
My steel-hearted friend.
Dame, you serve your mother so...
You dare.
I had hoped to appeal to your better nature. Perhaps I... a pity... Boy, at the ready.
No, Master Leroican. You lied to get the Night Song here.
What shot?
If they're all like you.
Okay. So what was my plan again? Oh yeah, I needed to fly in. And then make a diva by hitting myself with remove curse. I summoned that right on top of Roland. Whoops. Uh. Well, anyways. Hopefully Roland doesn't fucking die. Okay. Well, I still don't know whether this diva is going to be only attacking me or also helping out, so I'll just if this diva decides to only fight my guys, I'll need to try this again with some different strategies, I guess. Oh, yeah, I guess that could also happen. Uh, Alright, this time I'm not gonna summon my ghouls yet. I'm just gonna see if I can... Or I'm not gonna summon anything. Uh... Let's just see... whether I can manage to just call in the diva and let it go ham. Would be quite nice if the diva were able to, like, actually help out. Oh wait, counterspell. I need counterspell. Yeah. Okay.
What can I do for you? Of course. Won't be allowed to hold them. There's more to do.
Excuse me. Alright.
How can I help you? Huh. I suppose that, at least, I can help with.
Hmm. Okay.
Hope you found what.
So this time, I'm gonna try to bring in my summons later. I will.
Purpose milk your visage. Is he indeed? I will wring his neck. I'm coming. What? Hi, we.
Okay. I probably should have, like, tried to do some dashing and pre-buffing and stuff, but... Oh shit, Dame just dies? That makes things kinda awkward. Well, anyways, whole point here was I just want to test out whether my strat like works or not. So let's just... Did I not put remove curse? Dude, what the fuck am I doing? Okay, so let's pretend that didn't happen. Let's pretend that I did put remove curse on my spell list before going into the fight. Let's also pretend that I like kind of did things correctly in general. Okay, and hopefully I will be able to watch a diva start kind of popping off. Alright, so I need to remove curse.
Lover's milk, your visage. Is he in? I will wring his neck. I'm coming with you. My I
Okay. So go over here. Remove curse. Diva's right on top of Leroican. Give Roland Sanctuary. Then put myself out of harm's way. Okay, it seems like it only cares about me. In that case, I'm just going to have to find some place where I can... Okay. So I guess I'll give it one more turn to just make sure, but if it's only gonna go for me, then I definitely just wanna summon him like somewhere where I can have friends like help out. Okay, I should probably... Roland, what are What the fuck was that? Okay. So this diva does not target anyone besides myself. Dame Aelin does a decent chunk of damage, but um, yeah, okay, I'm just gonna need to have my guys like, or have my ghouls do things. Gonna need to like do my healy business. Need to get the reviving hands. Um, would yeah, I think the reviving hands are probably gonna do more than my ghouls, than giving resistance to my ghouls. So I'm going to pick those up. I think it's like someone here sells them. Um, pretty sure it's you, right?
Beam of morn. You've come far, I perceive. Of course, my child.
Yeah.
Within limits. Behold my wares.
Okay. Now, uh, who is friendly to me? Um, Guess I'll see whether the guards help out or not. Looks like the answer is yes. Hmm. So why is it targeting my allies now, but in the previous fight, it was just turbo focused on me? Like, these guys are neutral, they're not even allies. Oh, whoops. Oh well. I don't think my Displacer Beast was doing anything. And guess I'll see if I can pull some more dudes into the fight. Cause these guys seem like they're having a hard time. Well, the D.Va's not doing too much either, but yeah, no one's really doing any damage. Oh shit. Displacer Beast Summon actually did something? Guess I should have tossed a couple more of those out there. But yeah, this is gonna be sufficient. The D.Va just can't move. Kinda wild. Okay, looks like this will be fine. Yeah, who cares about the D.Va mace? I can't even swing it. Okay. Okay. So I should probably get one more level before I try to take the Leroican fight, because I actually want to keep my allies alive there. So should I go do Orin first? Oh, I already sent the Night Song, so I can't cast 8 on her anyways, even if I leveled up. Okay, I think I'll just try it out. I do believe that if I have like the whole gang with so I get us, get Scratch, I guess. Get my ghoulies. Okay. So I've got my counter spells. I think I'll just... Yeah, I think I need to make... I think I just can't be worried about... I can't, like... I probably won't be able to keep Roland alive. It's okay.
No, you lied.
Okay. So... Going to... Need to drop a haste on Dame. The Sanctuary on Roland. My ghouls are all spread out, so they don't just fucking die to AoE. Okay, and then he burned his AoE on uh, my guys that couldn't do anything. That's pretty nice. Stone Skin, I don't give a shit. Very nice. Landed the cock. Connor, you can just walk up here, I guess. Okay. Dame getting stunned is rather unfortunate. My ghouls are a little bit of a scrub moment. Okay. Okay, good. Very good. Hmm. Probably should have grabbed a short. No, this requires a long rest between uses. Okay, so I could not make that work. For some reason, Healing Word is not in my spell list right now. So that's a bit awkward. But guess I can keep you safe like so. Okay. If I get like, if Dame is doing her thing and I get lucky with that, I'm pretty sure this actually just works. Holy, Dame popping off. everyone is ranged, so I actually should be able to just give this to you pretty safely. Oops. Let's just... Okay, let's just test something real quick. If I were to... Oops, that's not what I wanted to test. I only wanted to drop one of those. If I drop one of these and then I... Oh, Moonbeam doesn't blow it up? Okay, well... Alright, please. These two separate 1v1s. Okay, Dame, you got this. Hell yeah! Okay. Wow, that actually worked. Act 3 Dame is a whole different beast from Act 2 Dame. Jesus. She is cracked.
Leroican, you who would see me caged.
Where did Roland go? Is he out here? Huh? Did he just disappear? Ah.
Roakin is dead. Bastard is dead. I am. Bastards in bits. Roakin was a cruel and vicious man. By day I turned shot, and for every one I answered wrong, he beat me. I could have killed him with my own two hands. But I kept thinking it was the price I had to pay to become a true wizard. I realize now he was just... I see things clearly now. If I wish to master the weave, thankfully, I have everything I need. Right here. I'll move Cal and Leah in immediately. The Roakin refused to let them stay here. I wouldn't have this. Tower, family, without you. What can... And you'll have me. I'll learn everything I can about it. But know this. Ramesset's tower and its master are now...
Okay. Got some more shit I can't use in the final fight. Yeah. Did I not get a quest update for that?
I won't hide.
Huh. Well, it's not like I could use his thing anyways, so it's fine if he doesn't count for gather my allies. Probably just like a little bit of a sequencing glitch or something. I would imagine this does not actually matter later on. Anyhow.
Anyway, we get to for a pick.
Okay, so freedom of movement is really the only thing that comes from that. Yeah, I really can't tell which is better. I'll just switch it if I really need to. Let's see, this Falar Alluve seems to be pretty optimal. Warped Headband of Intellect. I don't need this anymore. I can replace it with... I guess I'll probably replace it with Balduran's Helm. Although, depending on how the Helm of Grit does rounding, Helm of Grit might be completely insane with the 1 HP mod. Like, yeah, if it decides to do the rounding such that it, 1 out of 1, like, gives me the extra bonus action, that could be insane. Guess I'll have to see. In the meantime, though, I kind of burned literally everything there, so let's just... Oh yeah, Halcyon got kidnapped.
Should I set your lapdog to screaming? That could help you find the way. Better to be dull than brittle. Gortash betrays us, bloodkin. You must kill the type then.
Press sad or sad. You must kill Gortash. With fingers and your companion's life may be complete. As much your own. Crimes aside.
You forget how father's blood comes first. Do not underestimate his... Come to my temple before you turn Gortash. Baal is wet.
Ah, okay. I did get rolling. Alright, so... Let's see, so Ethel is probably not possible because one of the mushrooms is very far from the others. Although, perhaps okay, so if I have one of the mushrooms explode via ghouls... No, but how do the ghouls die? Yeah, no, I think the mushrooms that are on ledges are just not gonna be killable. I just like don't have a way to yeah, I don't think I can make my... Okay. I guess there is one thing I could test out, which is like if I summon ghouls and then I use Raphael's like whatever, the fucking thing that lets me long rest for free, and then I summon them again, do they explode? Because if so, that would work.
I welcome your... I presume you have returned to re-engage my services. I am afraid that I cannot... I have, however, recently found a You remember the crown of Carsus, yes? I should hope so. His house of hope. I do enjoy a good 10 pledge to his house. Of course, such a
Such a task, tantamount to suicide. And for what? The devil has nothing to charge.
You are almost fine. There are gauntlets of hill giant strength within the House of Hope. And
Along with
finally,
Mm.
how may I be of further assistance? Now you see.
That's curious.
All right, time to stop. A path lies before me. Don't want to draw any attention. Free floating. Keep going.
Okay. Now,
Bones of a real war devil. They were a pain to acquire. Wonder what's past this.
I guess the good stuff was on the other side, which I think is like maybe in here, maybe it's definitely in this area. Um, I would guess that it's inside.
Out of sight, out of mind.
watchful eye.
Hello.
Still doing your Baldur's Gate?
Yep. Give me a minute. I am also streaming on YouTube, but as you know, that's quite delayed.
Appreciated. How far are you now?
I just fucking killed the Roakin. Yeah, it turns out that Dame Aelin's, like, in Act 3 is a lot stronger than Dame Aelin in Act 2. Uh, I,
Shit, that's King as well.
hey King,
It is me. I am here.
welcome to the squad. Yeah, so I was trying to find my way into, like, the cellar of this place because I remembered there was some good stuff to loot there, but, I, so, but I'm not sure where that cellar is. Cause I try, normally I just get in through, like, through the Helsik side, but that involves blowing up a wall, and I can't really do that. But, well, doesn't really matter. I don't think I can use any of the stuff. It would have just been for, like, money.
Money.
Um,
God, so much better.
yeah, I don't know.
What happened to my controller?
Anyways,
Why is my
um,
controller not working?
yeah, so I'm trying to figure out, like, what I can actually do. Uh, I've got, like, my, uh, got my, um, like, Danse Macabre, so I can actually do things now, but I think my, it's not exactly strong enough to, like, really fight, like, anything, really. Um, and I need to get to the point where this stuff can, like, solo Orin. I think that the way that I'm going to do, like, Orin is that I can just set up a bunch of explosives, and, like, she's forced to fight me, so, she can't exactly, like, run away from them.
Makes sense.
And yeah, like, the idea is that if she kills my ghouls, then, like, the ghouls explode on death, and then when they explode, like, the barrels also explode. And if she doesn't kill my ghouls, then it means the ghouls probably killed her.
The win-win either way.
Yep. So, yeah, that's the strat. I think that, like, most of the, uh, like, there's a lot of fights that can probably be done this way, but, it's kind of a pain to set up, like, every time.
I would imagine.
So yeah, probably not gonna, like, do it too much. Let's see, I should probably go and, uh, do the, like, progress the murderers quest line a little bit so that I can spawn in, like, all the doppelgangers and whatnot, as, those are a bunch of fights that I can just watch, like, people kill each other. Those tend to be best way for me to get EXP.
Oh, shit. Dang. There. Forgot I turned my desktop audio up the other day. It's like recording a video for the channel, and then, like, I had to be muted for some reason.
Uh-huh.
And so I had to, like, it's like too quiet. So I turned the desktop audio, like, all the way up. And it was, like, peaking.
Oh.
Ouch. content. Alright, so...
Yeah, well, we surely ain't playing Pathfinder today, I can tell you that.
Why'd you end on something bad last time?
No. I just kind of burned myself out. So what
Oh,
I did
25? Oh no.
on Saturday,
Mhm.
I went ahead and played the. My initial plan for the game was to do a run with the Azada, which is like the chaotic good route, and then I was going to do a run as the Lich, which is like chaotic neutral evil or whatever.
Mhm.
And I was like, okay, you don't actually start like the Lich until like Act 2. So I was like, I'll just like cheat and like spam my way through the first act and a half of the game. Because who cares, right?
Right.
It's the same shit. But I'm gonna like record it to have like a backlog. And then I realized there was nothing different between the two paths. And people are like, oh yeah, the paths don't really change until Act 3. And I'm like, that's like 20 hours into the game if you're not cheating. Yeah, I cheated and spent all Saturday doing it. It took me like 4 hours to go from Act 1 to the Battle of Dresden at the end of Act 2, and I'm like, I can't. And then I just realized I fucking hate every character.
That doesn't help.
Beautiful.
I was like, they're all fucking annoying. So yeah, I need a day break from that.
Mm-hmm.
Understandable.
Yep. Oh wait, I can just cast knock on this, can't I?
We're playing Final Fantasy today.
It's
because,
wizard time, as a certain Leanne would probably say.
We gotta get back into our BG3 run.
Yeah.
At some point. I saw we put out the feelers the other day, and I don't know which of us didn't respond to it, but someone didn't.
I only just like got back recently, so it could have been me.
I think
But
it was.
you were the one that like brought it up.
Yeah.
Oh,
Sorry, like, fail me?
if the timing was right after I said I was available, then yeah, that was
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking.
okay.
Oh, I presumed that's what it was.
I don't know then.
Who knows? Not me. It's Final Fantasy Day. I'm gonna play the shit out of Cloud. I'm gonna love every second of it, even though that deck's probably pretty bad. Oh, that's another story.
Are you talking
But-
Magic?
Well, I'm playing Final Fantasy VII, but
Mhm.
I'm playing Final Fantasy VII because I'm playing the Cloud deck in Magic tonight.
Gotcha. That checks out.
You know, that deck is probably pretty bad.
Yeah. I couldn't tell you one way or the other.
It's equipment focused.
Hmm.
So the whole idea is you want to get well, a lot of the Final Fantasy VII characters like auto equip themselves with like weapons and stuff,
Mhm.
and so as long as you have pretty good weapons, kind of just go off. They're all kind of focused on like getting to the number 7, and then they do crazy things when their power hits like 7. And it's like, oh well, equipment does that out the gate.
Yeah. Makes sense.
You gotta proxy a lot of cards, and none of my proxies came in.
Oh, that sucks.
I'm like going through old decks and like ripping the proxies out of them. Like, I need these now.
Does doubling season only work for like +1/+1 counters, or is it like all counters? I don't remember.
It's all counters, I think, and all tokens.
Okay. You run that shit?
You do not run that in Cloud.
Okay. I don't remember if it's like a you may or like you have to.
You have to. The reason you don't is because equipment, unless you're playing specific counter equipment, which I am not in my build,
Mm-hmm.
you don't get the bonus power from it. So it doesn't really matter. But if you were like sticking with some of them, I think it's like Tifa's, or not Tifa, Yuffie's like Shuriken, that gives a whole bunch of +1/+1 counters. If you were running cards like that, then yeah, you could probably get away with doubling season. Just too expensive.
Mm-hmm.
Got a nice little Ember Cleave in there somewhere.
Oh, fuck yeah. I bet your ass Embercleave is in there.
God, I love that card.
Well, and then, so the win con of the deck is you.
Surprise, double strike.
Well, the win con is you put Tifa into play, and she has melee, and then she says, when she hits 7 power, for each creature that connects with the opponent, you get an extra combat.
Ooh, okay.
That also has 7 power. So you just like stack a whole bunch of melee triggers with really big creatures, and then just like pound people into the ground.
I like that.
I love that it's on Tifa. It's the best Final Fantasy character. It's a bit of a hot take, but I stand by it.
I mean, I don't think it's too hot. I think a lot of people would agree.
I'd hope a lot of people would agree with that.
Yeah, it doesn't seem like that does not seem like a particularly controversial opinion to me.
Some people would find that highly controversial. Oddly.
Hmm.
God, what do I even eat? I don't have an iced materia, so I guess I'll pick up one of those. Yeah, the hardest part about building Cloud was like trying to stay within the Final Fantasy theme. Like it could be so broken if you just did whatever with it.
I mean, that tends to be a lot of themed decks.
Alright, so where was the wine festival again? Where am I? Here we go. Okay, so real nice thing about being in a city is that the city has guards, and so when murderers pop out, I can just run and let the guards kill them.
Kind of base. It'd be a real shame if a murder happened and you got blamed on someone.
Oh no, they're doppelgangers. Whatever will I do? Sanctuary? Dash? Alright, and then where are the guards at? See, I think that there's like a lot of guards, here? Yep, got a Steel Watcher.
Really? They fucking waited till I like turned the stream on to deliver the fucking.
Dolar, where are you going? Wait, where are these guys going? That is definitely not the shortest path to where I am.
Be a little bit of a shorter stream.
They're also not exactly going at their target. They're kind of just like okay. Yeah, they're not like trying to kill Korra cuz she is not in the combat, so they're just kind of running past her. And being stuck in a house, I guess. Anyways, pretty sure that a single Steel Watcher solos these guys, so my job here is done.
You didn't do anything.
Yeah, when I cursed myself to get my amulet, I also just summoned the diva on top of a couple, like, guards and let them handle it.
Nice.
I was originally planning to see if I could have the diva, like, aggro onto, what's his face? Onto Loroakin, but when I summoned him in that fight, he just kinda Like even if he would just ignore everything else to just like stare at me. Even if I was sanctuaried, he would just kind of stand there and like do nothing.
Menacingly.
Yeah. Holy shit. That Steel Watcher really, I don't think
How did he
any of
get up on the roof?
he just kind of jumped like all the way from here to there.
Oh, well, like what the fuck? Get away for 5 seconds.
Yeah, I don't know, man. He just yeeted himself. It was a bit of an interesting decision because there isn't really anything up there for him to like, you know, to hit, but eh.
Less buy weapons from you, moron. But you're gonna be a bitch about it. Go do something else. Like, go listen to Tifa yap some more. That's what I yearn for in life.
Are you still like early in the game? Is this part 1 or 2?
This is Act 3.
Oh, hold on, because I don't have yours pulled up.
This is Act 3 of Remake.
Okay, the first one though, not remake part 2.
Yeah. Where they drop the whole remake act and just openly admit that it's a fucking sequel.
Yeah.
Which is what they should have done from the beginning, but
Yeah. I would have been a lot more or a lot less pissed off if that was the case.
well, even when
I
you're
was
playing this, go ahead.
just like because I was very annoyed when it wasn't just and it's obvious, like it's not a surprise that it's not a remake, but they very much advertise it as one.
Yeah, and I think it's pretty clear too. Like once you I haven't played too much of this, but I think when I first played, I got to the point where like you're with Aerith or whatever after you fall into the church or whatever,
Mm-hmm.
and it's quite clear that it's like it's not hiding the fact that it's a sequel at that point because the ghosts are like trying to force things to go a certain way and like maintain the original timeline, and you're like, they're not like they're not hiding the fact that this is literally just a sequel.
Yeah.
Why? I mean, what's even the benefit of like trying to pass it off as a remake?
People wanted the remake. They didn't want a sequel.
Ah.
Yeah, and that's pretty.
They literally all I wanted and a lot of others as well. We wanted the exact same game, but with good graphics and maybe even not a turn-based combat system. We would have been fine with a turn-based combat system, though.
Mhm.
Can't stress that enough.
Mhm.
Yeah. Well, the thing is, I would have been open to a sequel too, because if the sequel is shit, you could just leave it, right? Be like, whatever,
Yeah.
you know. But by playing coy and be like, "Oh, it's a remake," it's like, well, I'm a little distrustful now. Like, why did you say that? Yeah.
Mhm.
What are you doing? You can automate a field station. Yeah, sure. I don't know. I really hated that.
Same.
Personally, I felt much better taking
What the
Rebirth
hell?
and its insanity. No,
Dude, she's just shooting through a wall.
yeah, I mean, I don't know. Maybe you turn cheat codes on. I don't know. Playing with the toolbox mod.
I see. The AI does as it pleases.
The rules are mine to manipulate.
can't be against the rules if I make the rules.
See no god here other than me. Yo, the best girls joined the party. Nice.
Act 3 EXP is like so good, dude. Just like
What are we doing? Oh man, her
turbo free.
sketchy. Oh, I can upgrade her fists though, right? Breath materia encased in a parabolic roll club. Do weapons change in this?
In what regard?
I don't know. You get better weapons, or you just upgrade the ones you have?
Alright, I'm a
Both,
bit
I think.
too lazy to
For real.
keep on dealing with
I know
this
you get
encumbered
different
bullshit.
weapons. I believe there's ways to like power up the ones you have too, but I didn't actually play the game. I just know in the cutscenes the weapon switches quite often.
Upgrades are tied to weapon levels, which are increased by spending skill points gained from discovering manuals and other sources. Each weapon also has unique skills if you unlock any quests.
There you go.
Oh. They're more like specialty items. Like, certain weapons work better for certain fights.
Interesting.
It's interesting. You can get away with using the Buster Sword all game. That's all I needed to hear.
The only proper weapon.
Yeah.
Big fucking sword. Answer it solves all your problems.
Oh, absolutely does. That was one of the few cards in Final Fantasy I shelled out for, and that one hurt the wallet quite a bit. But
Is it good?
oh, it's so good.
Nice.
The card of, you've heard of the swords, right? The sword cycle of cards.
Like the
Sword of Hearth and Home. Or
Yeah,
Sword
yeah.
of
Feast
I
and
like to call it.
Famine.
I like to call the Buster Sword the Sword of Free and Shit.
Nice.
Ah,
It's like when you deal combat damage, you draw a card and then get to cast a spell for free from your hand.
Jeez.
nice.
It's so broken.
That does sound really fucking good.
You know, I was doing a cube draft, like a while ago, and someone decided it would be very funny if they made a devoid cube, so like every single card in the cube was colorless. And then they stuck all the swords in it, and they were like fucking useless.
Oh,
That's funny.
yeah, they would be useful. Like thinking about
I mean,
that.
they still give you like a +2 or something.
I mean, it's a +2/+2 equipment, but it's like, well, the protection just doesn't work.
Yeah, I mean, some of them are real good. Like the one that lets you like untap all your lands if you hit someone. That's still real good.
Okay, sure, but have you considered how few like creatures you would have in a devoid cube?
I guess. I mean, I haven't played Magic since like college.
Okay, fair enough.
10 years ago.
Mhm.
There could be a bunch of them that I don't know about.
Okay.
There's about 12 swords, I think, all in all.
There are a bunch of swords.
We're talking devoid.
There are
You have the whole Eldrazi.
there are like I mean yeah there are like plenty of colorless creatures, but like I think you would have to like basically like get every single one that shows up if you want to make a legitimate deck that like is built around creatures and swords. Yeah, I mean like it was like mostly about like or like the vast majority of the cube was like spells and stuff. Spells and artifacts.
I would say the biggest problem too is the fact that the benefit of the swords and the reason you run the swords is because you're probably playing other people that are running colored shit.
Yeah,
That's what
specifically
makes like Feast and Famine so good.
Fire and
Like
ice is
Elaborate.
like super insane too, because blue and red are big control colors.
Yeah. Or
Alright.
like Spellslinger is basically blue red.
Yep.
Like the benefit of swords now too is like the swords are mostly played in Commander, and in Commander formats, most decks are running 3 colors and have a lot of legendary creatures in them.
Hey bro, what's up?
Red now steel, but you Lady Orin asked us.
So like yeah, the whole point is to like dodge the enemy's creatures by having protection from them so that you can do stupid shit. Did I really just fucking pick up an ice materia? I'm gonna kill myself in Minecraft. I just paid for that thing. Am I done? Did they kill the things?
Oh no, they're gonna kill the civilians. Whatever will I do?
Sucks to suck, nerds.
I probably ran the wrong way. I should have. I think there were a lot more guards the other direction.
There we go. Now the slums should be safe. It'd be a real shame if they dropped the plate of Midgar on top of the slums. That'd be tragic.
Let's
Who
see.
would do that?
Who would do that?
Keep out of this.
Slight spoiler, but I love how in this version they do everything they can to make like
I'm feeling all too
Avalanche live the entire game just to kill them off anyway. They write an entire character arc for Jessie so that you'll actually like her this time and then still kill her off and be like, how does that feel? Terrible. Thanks. Very cool. I hate my life. Why would you do that? I would much rather her die in the first 3 hours of the game instead of play a whole, I don't know, 50-hour adventure. Like, the other two don't get written better. They just exist.
Yeah. I mean, to be fair, those two are always kind of just like the joke includes. You know, like we need someone to have these two names. Might as well be the guys at the beginning of the game.
I got so far away that it just automatically exited the combat.
I'm not gonna lie. Walking in and seeing Wedge for the first time be some fat guy when you're like on this like mission to blow up a fucking reactor was always the weirdest shit to me.
Yeah.
I was like, but he's like super fat.
It's like
What
this
do you
was a
mean?
stealth mission, right?
Like we're committing terrorism, right? Like, why does he look like this? Oh, do you feel better? And you're gonna give me a sword now? Hi, Thunder. I saw you pop in.
Oh, Thunder's here too. Wow. Really getting the whole gang?
Speaking of the whole gang, King, how's the testing going?
It's not.
Okay. Maybe I should just look into starting mine soon then. I was kind of waiting on you guys.
Well, okay, so the problem is, I guess the last version they sent me was like super bugged. Because they were saying that you were playing Yugi campaign, and had like no issues.
I had a
Well-
few, but I didn't have too many.
Okay, well, there's one specific problem I had, where for mission 7 of Yugi, it was literally just like fucking Joey 7 copy pasted there instead. And I'm like, hey guys, this is wrong. And they're like, oh, well, Xenom said he didn't have that problem, and I'm like, okay, well, I'm having that problem.
To be
So
fair,
I don't know
also
what you two
don't
did.
know Joey 7, so I
Oh,
assume
you'll
it's
know.
probably a lot harder.
Well, no, it's properly scaled, which is the funny thing. I mean, you have level like 15 monsters that have their ultimates, or like Z moves when they shouldn't, which is kind of funny. But the biggest problem you run into is the fact that like um, Joey and Mai don't spawn. You don't recruit them.
Huh? They spawned for me.
Yeah, that was the thing. They never spawned for me, and they were literally not accessible in Mission 8.
Well,
I can tell you, they sucked in Mission 8. Like, they were not strong enough to fight literally any marshal on the map when they came in. Which I guess is just like a power scaling thing, but still kind of sucked.
They don't show up till 7. They show up in 7, and then they suck because they are sketch. But they wouldn't show up in 7, and then when you started the mission, you could only equip like 2 people, which was great. Or you couldn't bring Mako. That's what I'm thinking. You couldn't bring Mako with you. You could only take the original characters. Mako was in the mission, but he was in like another base across the map with his default team that you were forced to take. I'm just like, Pooch, what is this?
Yeah, that sounds very weird. And I
The
did not
bases-
experience that.
The bases were all like pink. They had a pink ring around them. And then when you clicked on the base, it said like the base had like AP drain equipped onto the base. I'm like, what am I? This is a fever dream. So
Yeah, that's definitely not something I experienced. Were you on like New Game Plus or something, or?
No, this was a
Huh.
fresh file.
Yeah, I got nothing.
I have the video of it. I'll have to send it to you. I have it. I have the video of it. And so I sent this to Pooch. I'm like, what the fuck is this? Because at first he's like, oh, well, I don't believe you. And I'm like, well, I'm going to make you believe me.
I don't believe you. What, I'm lying?
Well, he did say I don't believe you. He said, Xenom's not having that problem. So I don't know what's going on. And I'm like, you tell me. I don't know what's going on. This is what you sent me. And so I sent it to him. And he's like, oh, I guess Marshall, like, miscopied something. So instead of, like, rectifying this, we'll just send you the new update when the updates are done with draft implications in mind. And I'm like, okay, that was a month ago. So.
Gotcha. Okay, maybe I look into starting mine in that case.
I think if you want to go now, you can go now and nobody will care.
Okay.
what
But
the
nobody
heck?
will be offended.
Gotcha.
Okay. The murderers did not chase me and they just disappeared. Okay.
Just make sure you talk to Tom about it, like, first or whatever. So I know you want him to know.
I see how it
I
is.
already gave him a little, or it's either him. I think it was Plays. I actually gave the spoilers to. He was interested to see how people liked them.
Guess they just decided that I was not getting my EXP today.
He said,
To be
fuck
fair,
you,
that's very much a staple of the no damage run is not getting your experience.
True.
Put a skill switch in that you just, the keyboard killed them, not me. Big brain.
Yo.
Oh my god, can you just stop talking, kid?
Oh, are you talking to that science nerd?
Yes.
Is the worst edition of that game. Let's put like a literal robot kid in the game with zero personality and just have him like intonate every sentence.
Yeah,
I'm sure people will love that.
Very quickly, just like, shut the fuck up, nerd. How do I re-equip fucking... oh, why? I'm literally retarded. Use access on a single target. Duh. I think I put that on her bangle here.
Oh, there's drinks aplenty at the bar.
She has chakra materia. What does this do? So it restores HP, allows you to restore your own HP and cure poison with chakra. The amount restored is relative to damage received, and the more is restored, the lower your HP. Interesting. So she doesn't need heal materia, she basically has it. Should probably give her something like an HP up. But I hold on Cloud. I guess we can put Carbon on her. All that matters is that my girl's kitted out to fight.
Well, I guess since I'm here, let's get the guards involved again.
I did. I did set it to my materia. Or I did set it. I set it on Tifa. Are you telling me I have to put it onto myself? You actually have to use it? Ugh.
Alright, yeah, so I yell at him to stop and then I just let him kill the guys because I'm a good person. A true hero.
You're literally there like, no, don't stop.
Don't kill
I don't
them!
know how he got past me.
Yeah.
I really thought that would work.
They must. It's like that scene from Team 4 Star. If you tell them to stop and they don't stop, like, I mean, they're just too evil. Nothing else to. Nothing we could do there.
Nothing can be done. Or like Yu-Gi-Oh! Abridged when Raphael falls to his death. Oh no. Raphael.
No.
Are you telling me that were rats are infinite EXP?
Speaking of a bridge series, any Bleach Abridged fans here?
Didn't even know there was a Bleach Bridge.
It's
Not
real
even got an
good.
idea. Yeah?
It's
I mean,
it has a direct line to my funny bone. Some of a couple of the episodes are hit or miss, but like they hit on all the good stuff.
Been meaning to get around to Blood War.
Blood War is like a weird, because like the manga was rushed and it was not very good.
I would argue the first half of Blood War is fucking phenomenal.
It is, but then you get to the end of Blood War, and it's like, all these people who you've never seen use Bankai, they're all gonna start using Bankai, but their Bankai sucks and doesn't get the job done ever. It's like, all right, overhyped, I guess.
Yeah, it left me wishing everyone was just Unohana.
Yeah.
Because she comes out and is really cool, and it's like, I guess by extension, Kenpachi is cool. And you're just like, I guess nobody else can hold that mantra. Everyone else is just shit.
But
I mean,
it's also like, Unohana's cool, and then just, you have Kenpachi, it's like, you go through this whole thing, like, he's gotta kill one of the other captains to get, sharpen his edge and whatnot, and then he beats one guy in a fight, but then he's pretty much out for the rest of it.
Yeah.
Like, okay.
I mean,
great power up, my guy. You didn't even fight one of the like stronger guys.
I think in theory Gremmy was supposed to be really strong, but it was like the dude did not use his power very well.
Yeah. That's kind of a recurring theme in Bleach.
Yep.
Oh yeah. So many like super strong characters just decide they're gonna be a bitch instead, and you're like, okay. It's like Grimjaw was always such a good villain. Just like he fought harder and was like, every time you see him, he's stronger and is like trained.
they really take a number out of Grimjaw in the abridged series.
Ah.
I'm sure they do.
I mean, I think so. Like, my biggest complaints about the guys like who are like. So I feel like they did he like Kubo did this a lot where he would just make a bad guy, and then like he would give them some power which literally made them like immortal. And then he goes, wait a second, he's the bad guy. He has to lose. How do I do that? It's like, well, guess he's just gotta be fucking retarded.
I shouldn't laugh at that, but it's accurate, you know.
Yeah. Holy shit.
Reminds me of
Dolar, calm down.
the Fullbring arc, where it's like, there's this one character who has the ability to just insert himself into your memories and like rewrite whatever he wants. So like you just believe that shit. And it's like, I made myself Byakuya's best friend, and like I say, you know, I put myself into his backstory. I'm like the best guy he's ever met. He's like, right, but I'm a piece of shit, so I'm gonna kill you anyway. Byakuya's like, clearly you don't know how I treat my friends.
Have you even met my sister?
Rukia, what a tragic character.
Yeah.
What do you do? I do magic, but I don't do it very well. Oh.
That is one of the jokes of the abridged series. You know, the Arankar arc gets going. She finally uses her Shikai, and Ichigo's like, Rukia, why didn't you use that when my family was in danger?
Yeah, I'm like, jeez, I was watching that arc and I'm like, you fucking had this in your back pocket the whole time and you didn't use it? Like, fucking what?
Just because it hadn't been invented yet. They couldn't reveal that shit.
That shit drives me nuts when like the main character or a primary character is like, I have this superpower in my back pocket that I'm gonna pull out now that I've allegedly had from the beginning. Because it's like no surprise that she's like a magic user, super skilled in it, and then just doesn't do shit until she like I don't know, is getting fucking bodied. You know, she gets bodied the whole series. Like the show fucking starts with her getting bodied. Like struggle is real. Two antidotes. Are you telling me I'm gonna fight some poison?
You're telling me that I'm supposed to plan ahead when I write things? What the hell?
What are you playing this shit for, King?
Oh, hey, it's Tom.
Hey. How's it going,
Hello.
Tom? Don't watch my stream, it has spoilers.
I won't, yeah, I won't. Oh,
are
this
you
is still
getting
the
into
beginning,
Baldur's
right?
Gate? Yeah.
Yeah. Did you play the original?
I did, yeah.
Have you played this one before, or is this your first time?
I have played about halfway through the original, or this one. I've
And
beaten
then you
the
stopped.
original.
Yeah, that makes sense, bro.
Yeah. Well, I stopped because I had a kid, as is the struggle with
Yeah.
most games.
As one does, yes.
We really know why you stopped, don't worry. We all agree that the story changes were shit, don't worry.
I would argue that they're not changes, and that it's just a thinly veiled sequel.
It can't be a sequel if it's doing the same things.
Have you not played Rebirth?
No, I haven't played Rebirth.
Okay.
No, I meant the story changes in this one.
No, but this is still technically a sequel.
This is a sequel. That's all I'm gonna say. Unless you really want to be spoiled, that's all I'll say.
Oh. I didn't know that you guys were talking about that, but okay. I don't know what you mean, and I never will, because fuck this remake.
I assure you, it is not a remake. You can still hate it. I think that is
Fuck
a
this
valid.
sequel. It's got remake in the name. It's a remake. It's not my fault he decided to change what he was doing 5 games in or whatever.
I still think calling this a sequel or a remake is the worst fucking decision you could have. I have no idea why they did that. Because it's very clearly not. Like, and then they're like, oh no, but it is. No, don't even.
All my homies out here hating Final Fantasy VII remake.
I think you can dislike it. I think it's a valid take. There's a lot to like be
Yeah,
upset.
I like kind of enjoyed playing. No, I didn't actually. I did not enjoy playing through it. Like
You wanted
even
to.
the combat for me is just like so ass. Like I don't mind like
combat.
so I don't mind the combat in theory, but what I fucking loathe is so they've taken like almost like the lightning returns combat and like made it a bit more basic, which is fine. But for me, right, you've nearly got the boss staggered. So close, and then there's a cutscene and the stagger bar resets. Bruh, that is the most tilting shit. That is just awful game design. I'll die on that hill.
I would say it's like less of a problem, the actual combat system, and more of like an implication problem.
Yeah.
Because the actual feel of combat feels pretty good.
Yeah, I don't think it feels bad at all, yeah. I don't think there's much depth, though.
Oh no, it's literally just match X.
Yeah.
Like,
it's like a better version of 16s, but 16s is like horrendous. It's like so bad.
I'm eventually gonna subject myself to 16.
16 is like one of the worst games I've ever played in terms of game. You know, an actual game. Like, it is not a game. It is just like, honestly, kind of wish I'd played it on like the easy mode where it's like you're just watching the story. Like,
it is basically a movie with button prompts.
Yeah.
Occasionally
No. Let's rephrase that. It is a movie with a single button prompt, and that is square. You just press square. Every fight, you will be fine. You just keep pressing square.
Yo.
The story's good enough, you know.
Tragedy. The story is pretty good. I will say that. I actually quite like the story. It gets a bit silly at the end, but that's Final Fantasy in a nutshell. Also, the bit at the end where he says it's Final Fantasy in time, yeah, that checks me out, bro.
Oh, fuck off. Don't even.
Bro, I'm obviously exaggerating, but he does, like, say, like...
He kind of does.
Let me give you the exact quote, because it's not a spoiler or anything. I'm pretty sure I screenshot and sent it to Marshall, being like, what is this?
Like, this is real.
Yeah. He goes, the only fantasy here is yours, and we shall be its final witness.
Oh my god, stop.
They said that, and my skin, like, the cringe was crazy. My whole skin, like, lit up. I had massive, like, cringe goosebumps. Like, it was disgusting.
That is quite literally, like, I'll end you and the night levels of cringe.
Yeah, like, man. I genuinely just was like, what the actual fuck? Like, genuinely, they should have done it's Final Fantasy in time. It at least would have been funny, you know? Third wall breaking, like, but having it, like, try and be serious is so fucking, disgusting.
Yeah, if you're gonna do something like that, like, lean into the fact that you're taking the piss out of it. Like,
yeah. You shall be his final witness. Alright, mate. Alright, character with the dimension of a fucking spoon. Man, Final Fantasy used to have good protagonists.
yeah. It did.
Keep going.
How many of them were actually good?
Terra was pretty good.
No, Terra is one of the worst ones. Come off it.
I like Terra.
She's in the game for about 30% of it, bro. She ain't even the protagonist. Like,
Fair.
Celeste is more of the protagonist than Terra.
I like Celeste too, so.
I like Celeste, but she's not like framed as the main character, so she gets a bit of leeway, you know.
Yeah, fair enough.
Clive is shit. Noctis is shit. Lightning is the goat. Van is shit. Tidus is pretty damn good. Zidane is the goat, like the actual goat, like the best. Squall is shit. Cloud is
I
really
love
good.
Squall. I think he's great.
What, you love who?
I love Squall. I think he's great.
Oh, I hate Squall. I absolutely can't. I cannot stand him. He's like Cloud dialed up to like 11. Actually, no, he's not, because Cloud in the original Final Fantasy VII isn't even like a little emo. It's only in like all the recent media where they make him like overly emo. Terra's shit. Bart's is the fucking goat. Is it Cecil? No, it's not Cecil, is it? It's Is it Cecil? I always get their names mixed. Main character.
That sounds right.
It's like Cecil is either him or it's the like the guy that betrays them.
Can't remember which one that is.
No, it's Cecil. Yeah, it is Cecil. Cecil's the goat. Threes doesn't have a main character. Ones doesn't have a main character, and fucking can't remember what two's name is, which speaks volumes. Period. Shit.
I don't think I ever played two, to be honest.
Don't. Just don't. Don't.
I think the only
Thing
one
is, at least with two, it's like over with in a like 20 hours. Like 16, you're locked in for a while.
I'm okay with that as long as the story is interesting enough. Like,
yeah, it is. Part. It is. The 16 story is definitely the best bit of it because everything else is so insane.
That's fair.
Actually, no. There is one other redeeming quality.
Well
the
then,
Golem fights. So
I did
good.
not realize that was a DC 30.
Gotcha. I could be reeled in with a good story and like shit combat. Good story and good music keep me going for a large portion of a game. I get overlook a lot of things.
It did have good music as well. It did. But yeah, the story was definitely the best bit about it until the line. And even then, it had tailed off a little bit. I was a bit checked out at that point.
It can't be as bad as 15's ending then.
No, it isn't. It's nowhere near. It's nowhere near. And they just do the typical, like, Final Fantasy thing where they're like, actually... And it's like, Christ, here we go. You don't exist and your dad's a whale. Okay. Definitely a plot twist and a half.
You don't exist and your dad's a whale.
Wait, I don't have enhanceability. Is enhanceability not a wizard spell? What the hell?
I'll always remember, like, there was a trend on Twitter, like, years ago, and it was like, describe a game without saying the title. And one of the ones that, like, went viral was, you don't exist, but your dad's a whale, or something like that. It just made me cry. I wish I could find the original tweet. It was even, like, it was better than that as well. Like, it flowed. Yeah, 10 goes crazy though. 10 is so good.
I actually picked up a copy of Yuna to build her in Magic because I liked her so much.
Yeah, Yuna's sick.
One of the few characters outside of 7 that I actually like was willing to build a deck of.
Yeah.
Is the deck good?
Oh, dude, I built her clerics, and it's hilariously good.
Nice.
Because like I gain a bunch of life, and then when I gain life, I get a bunch of 1/1 counters, and then I hit you really fucking hard with trample.
Nice. I do like that Sephiroth and Aerith have like the weirdest synergy. Where she comes in with the 1/1 counter, and he specifically kills things that have 1/1 counters.
No, she if it's the one I'm thinking of, she gains 1/1 counters when you gain life. And then when she dies, she gives the number of counters to the whole team. Yeah, Aerith is like fucking crazy. I actually can't believe they made her the way they did. And the other one resurrects things from the graveyard. Based on how much life you've gained or whatnot.
Nice.
But yeah, Yuna's gimmick, the structure deck Yuna, is that she's a mana dork, that whenever you tap her to play a creature, that creature gets additional 1/1 counters. Like, it's like 2 additional 1/1 counters. So you can just, like, do stupid shit by playing, like, an Esper Sentinel, and then make everyone's life a living hell.
Yeah.
An Esper Sentinel with a power higher than 1 is just a bitch to deal with.
Yes, it is.
I'm gonna draw.
How's the
a card on
Digimon
the
going, Xenon?
Pretty good. We have an EX set coming up.
Oh, do we?
That'll be
What
fun.
is it?
New Machine Dramon stuff.
EX9?
Yes, I think actually.
I have money now. I can start buying Digimon cards again.
Oh!
A new Pokemon? I will be there no matter what. Oh my god, the art is so good, bro.
I mean, it's all online. Like, there's a whole online client for it now, so you don't even have to buy stuff. If
Isn't
you
that
just
the one
there
we
an
played on,
online
or is that the
client?
new one?
I think it's the one we played on.
Yeah. Oh my god, Analog Youth got another,
Yeah, Analog Youth got a new one. Analog Man got a new one.
Yeah, I'm looking at the Analog Man one. The
tell you, that guy
time
gets
that one
older
goes
every
so
time you see him.
crazy, by the way.
Oh yeah.
That looks so cool. Who's Mireille? Where's she from?
She's from the games. She's
Mireille
supposed to be like
Kino.
an extra dimensional being or something.
Yeah.
Cause she's like
Nah, she's
meta-aware.
from the web novel.
She's from a lot of things.
Oh, is she? It just says, one of the main characters from Digimon Liberator Debug Web.
I mean, she's in that, but she's also in Cyber Sleuth. She cameos in like a lot of the games.
Wait.
She sounds
No,
familiar.
no, you're thinking of the pink-haired girl, no?
I'm thinking of the like purple-haired girl.
Yeah, no, this isn't her. This is a girl with blonde hair.
Oh, and her name is also Mireille?
Yeah. I think it's
That's gonna
spelled
get
differently.
Oh, okay.
This one's
Oh,
I'll
you're
put a
talking
screenshot.
the Shumon tamer, or the puppet tamer, I guess.
I'm not sure. I'll just put it in the chat though. I'm on about this one.
Oh,
Yeah,
yeah,
recognize that.
Mirai, not Mireille.
All right, sorry, Mr. Japanese man.
Yeah, she's like a puppet deck.
Okay.
Are these like the fucking same?
Oh my god, Omnimon Alter S. That art
the,
is fucking insane.
Yeah, Tom, the set after this one, so the next like BT set, is
Yeah.
gonna be Cyber Sleuth based.
Oh really? Do you reckon it's for the new game coming out?
No, they've already released some promos for that though. I
What
think
set are
they
they
said
in?
BT22, I think, is the
Oh
new
wait,
set.
is it the cyber? Oh my god, it's fully like got the cyber art
Yeah.
and everything. Cyber Eden.
Yeah, although there are a few Appmon in it sprinkled in, so it's
Yeah.
not like 100%.
I love the fact the majority of the backgrounds are blue. That's so funny. This game had absolutely no doubt. Jimmy Ken! Oh my god!
Yeah, he's in it.
The Kiss guy, that goes crazy.
So you're telling me I should carry both swords because they do different things?
Platinum Numamon, yeah.
He's actually really good too. Is the
Yeah, I bet.
they made him just like in the game.
Yeah. Needed to stack 3 of them to get the grind on. Oh, and there's gold. What have I missed?
Maybe I don't care about the Patriarch's memory.
Was it Never War Greymon and Metal Garurumon?
This
set?
resetting is a bit annoying.
There was a whole adventure deck. It's actually really good. You spit out level 5s and they immediately go to level 6s.
Unlock more content. What the fuck is this? Fuck off. What do you mean? I just want to browse your cards and get a website.
Oh, I keep the materia equipped when I switch weapons. That's nice. But I have to fucking kit out each sword.
So they're split into halves, are they? 4 on each side, yeah. One has Sora, Matt, TK, and Joe.
Yeah, but you're supposed to buy both and mix them together.
Oh, really? That's cool.
So basically, what the deck does is for every 2 color, you want to have as many colors of tamers as possible.
Yeah,
Um,
yeah.
So what you do is you play at least one of each tamer, because that tends to get you, 6 colors.
Yeah.
And then you can go to like the War Greymon and be like, 3 of my things are now immune. Your level 5s or your level 4s are like the biggest pull because they say, hey, if you have 3 or more colors of tamers, you get to
Yeah.
immediately Evo for free.
Okay.
Interesting.
And then you've got the yellow purple one, lets all of your level 5s or higher have rush, so you can like play out level 4 for turn, Evo for free, still attack at end of turn. The
Yeah,
Anduamon lets you Digivolve another one of your Digimon, so you can get into a huge like Digivolve chain.
Okay.
And that's basically the deck.
Yeah. You good?
Yeah, I've been playing it. It's
Good.
gotten me quite a few wins.
Oh my god, this card, man, the art always like fucking blows me away. This card looks so cool.
Which one?
I'm sending it.
Oh, that one's like the chase art one.
Yeah, I bet. You just know it's the expensive one, but that
Oh,
looks so sick. I'm looking at our war game deck, not deck, the pack they released, the BT17. Some of the cards in here go nuts.
Yeah, the good thing about those starter decks too is you buy like one of each starter deck and you basically have like 95% of the cards for the deck.
Yeah, yeah.
That's really nice.
Yeah. You do need one of the cards you need is a secret rare. So that kind of sucks, but like
That always was. But that's
Aren't secret rares like really easy to get in Disney? Because they
No.
and they. What am I thinking
No.
of then? They give you like when you get a booster box, you get 2 of them in every.
So every box has 2 slots to it. And that slot can either be occupied by a secret
An
rare
alt.
or an alt art.
Yeah, so the secret rares are never that much money. Not compared to like, other card games. You know?
Well, the one that I'm talking about, the white tie from BT21, goes for about $50 as the normal art.
Yeah, that's not that bad.
Oh, that's.
I
yeah,
mean,
that's not nearly
it's not good.
That's.
I mean,
dirty
compared to
for a secret
in
rare.
Digimon,
Yeah.
it's like
I mean, yes,
expensive,
it's
but
not
compared to
nearly
other
as
card games,
expensive as like Magic. I'll give you that.
yeah.
Even Dragon Ball. Like when I played Dragon Ball, a $50 like secret rare was a fucking godsend. Like,
Fair enough.
Bro, I think the last box I bought of something was BT9. That's crazy. That's literally over half the lifespan ago.
Yeah.
I was gonna say like the cheapest Magic, or the cheapest not Magic, the cheapest Dragon Ball secret rare I bought was 50, and it was like Super Saiyan 4 Goku. Like the old set 2 one.
I
After
know nothing
that,
about the game, so
if you wanted like some high top tier ones, they were easily 50. Baby Hachiak at his height was like 200 off. And it was mandatory. If you wanted to play blue, you had to have it. There was like no exception.
Not so-
I mean, you could play blue if you wanted to get your cheeks clapped. The game got really crazy to play for a time.
Hey, what I always loved about this game is the way the different swords look with the materia slots.
Yeah, I love that.
I think it's very creative. I am a big fan.
Was I fucking miss?
There's nothing for you, kid. You'd better have
On guard. Oh, I can 1v1 this Ray fam. Me.
You're about to be ejected.
Oh, Tom, I'll probably be trying to start up mid-season draft soon. Give you a heads up on that.
I keep hearing soon from people, and I don't see any.
Well, I was holding off because I wasn't sure when King and Pooch's thing was gonna go on, but it sounds like
Yeah.
it's gonna be a while. So
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm completely at the mercy of whenever Pooch and Marshall decide to send me new stuff.
I think I was
Yeah,
supposed.
I mean,
I think I was
whatever
supposed to
you
be
want.
playtesting his Kaiba campaign, but I kind of just didn't do it.
I kind of just didn't
Well,
do it.
I mean, it's hard because like I was playtesting the Yugi campaign, and it's like great. I gave him my notes and like the stuff that I noticed that still needed to be fixed, that kind of stuff. And it's like, yeah, here's things like apparently there was a Blue Eyes Ultimate like damage bug that was like adding a bunch of damage to it that I didn't notice because it's Blue Eyes Ultimate, and I assumed it hit that hard. But like he's going through, it's like, yeah, in the next patch, like we're gonna start working on these things. I'm like, okay, so like I guess I'll maybe wait for that, but then you hear nothing and you go, okay, it'll happen when it happens.
Mm-hmm.
Well, and saying like you hear nothing is 100% accurate because you're sitting there like, all right, guys, what's going on? Like it's been like a month, and they're like, oh yeah, we did all this, and you're like, whoa. What do you mean you did all this? Like, wonder what was going on, and then yeah.
But yeah, it'll probably take me like a few weeks because I actually just got into a car accident. So
Oh.
I have to
Oh shit, you
figure
good?
that out.
Oh my God,
Yeah,
okay.
I'm fine. I got sideswiped by like a lawnmower truck.
Oh my, a truck?
Ouch.
Yeah, like a big box truck. I'm fine. My car's needs repairs.
Not
though,
fine.
which sucks.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'll probably want to like take care of that before I actually like start organizing. But like I've already got, I told Plays all the like the rule set that I'm going with, and he found it kind of interesting.
Yeah.
We'll see how that goes.
As long as Plays knows. And I wish you luck. I hope it goes well whenever you decide to do it. And I hope your car is eventually okay.
Appreciated.
Yeah, for sure. Car accidents are shit, man.
Yeah.
The civilians get scared because combat starts and they run directly into the enemies. Seems reasonable.
They just.
I mean, to be fair, in Baldur's Gate 3, your party's normally like some freaks. So like, it's one of those like these groups looks more dangerous.
You know what? Honestly, kind of fair.
Like, I'll be honest, if I saw like, one of the mech guards or like Lae'zel, I'm not sure which one I'm running to.
Okay, but
One of them's
like
supposed to be like a city guard.
in this case,
At all?
in this case,
No, probably not.
in this case, the enemies are a bunch of wargs. They want to bite your face off.
Fair.
Hey, guards? They're right next to you. You mind beating them up for me? Guess they don't want to. Oh, I suppose in this case these guys are affiliated with the with Gortash, aren't they?
That wasn't a dog, you moron.
Yeah, so anyways, let's see if I can just hit the sneak button this time.
An elixir. Oh, and you fully healed me. That's nice.
Oh,
I have to use it one more time, I think, to get this nerd to shut up. Okay.
how did that get me closer to the enemy?
I think I just have to talk to them that I did this.
Alright. Oh yeah, so there is actually, so, like, something that I could possibly do to, um, like, if I can, for some of the harder fights, if I can, like, find a ladder. I don't remember, like, if I, god fucking damn it. Don't remember if I had told you guys about this before I went on my trip, but, um, I, like, discovered a funny little glitch with the Displacer Beast. Where, so, in this run, I would, like, I was using the Displacer Beast form because its, summon is an AI controlled, uh, like, thing, which means that I can actually use it to hit things. And so, I, like, and the things that so it can't move, but it can attack like anything that's in its range when it gets to its turn, and it will automatically opportunity attack anything that moves into its range. And so if you put one of these at the top of a ladder, like the enemy is forced to like run into their attacks in order to go up the ladder. So that was kind of the idea. But it ended up working out so much better than that because when the enemy tries to go up the ladder, uh, it triggers an attack, and then like the game kind of bugs out. They teleport back down to the bottom of the ladder, try to climb it again, trigger another attack. Game bugs out, and this just kind of continues to repeat. Like basically indefinitely. So, the game has like a soft lock, an anti-soft lock thing where if you, um, if the enemy's turn goes on too long, it'll just like forcefully end the turn. So it's not like a true. It doesn't quite go on until they die, but other than like that check, it just continues until their turn is like forced to end or they die. So yeah, put one of those guys up on top of a ladder, and it just does like 200 damage when they try to go up the ladder.
Why are you hitting yourself? Pretty sure I'm gonna go like cats, right?
Okay. So I'm pretty sure I can just walk in here and then hand this guy over to um, the freaky fish people.
This the freaky fish guy.
You spot a curious metal contraption in the water. A submersible.
He wants you to know that he is not a freaky fish guy.
That's what the government wants you to think.
You tell them to stay out of the way. Cat needs the right of way. He
Big
can't
fish.
stop on a dime, and when they go darting in front, blood is so.
Big fish
Maybe
propaganda.
that'll teach him to keep out. Oh, yeah. And are you here? Nothing without love. It's an underworld.
You'll find one in a crate.
Bundians there.
Fucking what?
Collateral to keep those working in the Steelwatch Foundry under control.
Submissions like these kill my soul. What did you mean to do? Break crates till you find my lost key card?
Okay. I hope that was enough to advance the quest.
Can you imagine being a fucking like fat slob, just like laying at the train station?
Imagine.
I get these are like.
That's the slum for you.
Well, no, that's the thing though. Is like I get that these are like slums, but like so many people are trying to make their lives down here, you know, and then you get these fucking like fat dudes at the fucking train station. It's like, really? Of all the places
That's
you picked this
fatphobic
one?
to me, bro.
I don't care.
Then come back.
Okay, so he... Okay,
Face.
so...
You should have heard us like shit talking Wedge earlier.
Oh my god, I hate Jesse Wedge and fucking whoever the other comes in this game.
This
I like
should be a
Jesse,
guy who I
but
can
the other two
actually
do get
beat
on my
up.
nerves, yeah.
They all three should just be dead, but they're not, so... Whatever, man.
I think you'll be pleasantly surprised to find out they're dead.
Good. Is Zach dead yet? Say yes.
I don't think so. No,
Lol.
I don't think Zach's dead.
Fucking dog shit company, bro.
I remember they did like, I don't know if it was in this game or in if they like remade Crisis Core, but they like
They did
changed the
remake
voice
Crisis.
actor. I know they did both, but I remember they changed the voice actor for Zack, but only in the cutscenes that they, like the new cutscenes. Like most of the cutscenes is the old voice actor.
Yeah, that's
and
definitely Crisis
randomly-
4. Yeah, that's
the-
definitely gonna be Crisis 4.
And it's like, seriously, we couldn't have just like re-recorded a couple of lines here and there. We had to.
You know what they should have done? They should have just used the old voice actors because they were great.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I assume there's probably like a reason that they didn't. Like maybe he was unavailable or something.
Yeah, because
but
they're a bunch of wankers, that's why.
that too. Wouldn't
the
put it
Square
past
Enix-
them.
No, some of the old voice actors came out and said that they just weren't contacted. Like,
Okay.
Yeah, it's
How they
100%
didn't get
on
o-
Square Enix.
how they didn't get the guy that originally played Sephiroth is crazy to me.
Yeah.
He was like insanely goated, and this one is just fine.
Oh my god, I think we're just gonna go start the next fucking reactor core, because this is like killing my soul.
Right, I am gonna go. I'm gonna go watch some TV.
See you, Tom.
See ya.
Yep,
Bye guys, nice chatting. Bye bye.
yep, nice seeing ya.
Okay.
Oh boy, yeah. I love how they're like, maybe Zach didn't die this time. And you're like, what do you mean this time? I actually don't like keeping Zach alive because it makes the whole love triangle between like Aerith, Cloud, and Tifa like not interesting at all. It's like, oh well, Aerith is just gonna stick with like Zach. Like what? Why would you do that?
It also makes them very like, makes her seem a lot more sketch because it's like, all right, prior to Zack dying, you guys were a thing. If he's not dead, that kind of makes you seem like a bitch.
Yeah, exactly. The flower girl is a two-timing whore. Who could have guessed?
Yeah.
It makes sense that if Zack is dead, she'd latch onto Cloud because she kind of would see Zack in him and vaguely know Cloud already. I think that's how Crisis Core went, right?
Pretty much. Well, like, we don't see Cloud and Aerith interact in Crisis Core.
But I presume, like, she knows of Cloud. Like,
I don't
I'd be
think
hard
so.
pressed.
Tell you to feck off.
Zach does not talk about Cloud?
I think they meet.
Oh, yeah? And you're
There's actually very few scenes in Crisis Core where you actually see characters talking.
Interesting.
It's also like Cloud isn't. They're friends. They're not like always together kind of thing. So like I wouldn't be surprised.
Oh.
It was just like yeah, they just didn't bring each other up.
My interpretation was that, like, Cloud was kind of like Zach's, like, protege or, like, underling. Those might not be the right words, but, like, they were part of the same, like, military regiment, you know?
Yeah, I mean, Crisis Core it kind of makes it out to be just like Cloud is like like he did not make Soldier at all, and he's just like one of the troops that Soldier uses for like, you know, meat shields. Let's be honest.
Right.
And it's like, yeah, Zach takes a liking to him because they happen to be from like backwater, you know, like towns.
Were they both from the same town, or were they from different towns?
No, so Cloud's from Nibelheim. Zach
Right.
is from Gungaga.
Oh, okay. That sounds familiar now. All he had to do was shut up. Welcome to the real world. Do I have to go beat them up? Is that what this is?
Probably.
What is it?
Usually how these games work.
I don't mind beating people up. That's why we play the game, right?
Yeah.
I'd much rather fight than, like, scratch my ass and find fucking cats. But yeah, I don't know. I always thought it was weird that they, like, kept Zach alive. I actually don't think it's this timeline Zach, though, so it's a little bit better.
I mean, I guess, but that might even be worse, because it's like, how the fuck did he get in this timeline?
It's
If that's not
explained,
this
I think.
timeline Zach.
I think it's explained in fucking Intergrade. The one where they, like, introduce Yuffie. Because I think Zach is, like, the secondary character. There's, like, what's going on with Yuffie, and then there was what's going on with Zach. Memory serves.
Makes sense.
Well, you're not gonna kill him, are you? Nah, kill him. Who's literally gonna snitch on you, girl?
Oh, fucking Johnny.
Johnny snitches.
Johnny, I hope you like the beach for 12 hours of real time.
Oh my god. I'd rather kill myself. You push up some salt water while I bleed out. I didn't even get to fight those guys. Beat them up off screen. Fucking lame. I'm worried about him. Yeah, no shit. Yeah, the military does that to you. Used to be less green. I am not fucking finding cats, girl. I'm not doing it. If those are the last 2 missions, we're just gonna go back to the bar and we're gonna start the next like fucking reactor core. I can't do it. Is that Betty's cat? I don't give a shit.
Oh. I definitely am not able to
The old
save
lady
this.
who, for some reason, like, maybe doesn't like you when you first meet for no real reason. Crazy. Why
The
wouldn't
one
I want to
over-
help her?
The one that's overprotective of Tifa?
Yeah, but it's like she's overprotective of Tifa, but also like you're being introduced as like one of Tifa's like oldest friends, and it's like don't you hurt her. It's like
Well, I think
literally I am like someone you probably shouldn't be worried about specifically for that reason. Like I'm not some stranger that she picked up off the street, even though you are.
Well, I think it's also like implied that Tifa has a thing for Cloud when they talk, and so like I wouldn't be surprised if the old grandma like picked up on that and is like, hey, she's into you. You need to like take care of her, kind of a thing.
I guess.
That's
Seems
how I
kinda like-
interpreted the line.
Feels kind of like copium to me, but you know.
Maybe because I like them together as a couple that I make up.
No, I'm not saying like that. I'm
Whatever.
saying like the old lady cluing in on it after one line of dialogue.
No. I think it's the fact that Tifa and the old lady rather have had numerous conversations about Cloud, and that he just kind of picks up on it based on her voice and how she talks about him. Tifa's not very subtle about like her interest in Cloud.
Yeah, that's fair.
But it's like even more blatant in the remake. It's not very well. I don't know. I guess hidden would be like a bad word. That would imply that it was subtle to begin with. Why is it a different color? She didn't add anything to it. She just shook it some more. Oh, come on.
The shaking, like, oxidized it, clearly.
I don't drink, so I don't know. Enjoy your alcohol. We talk about blowing up another Mako reactor.
Wasn't the button behind this painting? Am I just, like, and I'm just too short to reach it? Are you serious? Does transforming make me taller? Or does disguise self make me taller?
I think it can.
The-
Oh, it literally says
that-
can't reach this?
Yeah.
Oh my god.
That's awkward.
You
Tag
fool.
at the bottom that just says get shit on.
How did you not bring your deployable stepladder?
Well, maybe I have,
Oh, you need
like...
to get up and follow Jesse? Is that what you're telling me? Did
Alright.
I finish the drink, though? I kind of need it after the workday. No, you didn't finish the drink? Oh, come on. Are you gonna tell me that I can change the jukebox? Tifa's theme obtained. Cool, I like Tifa, so that's fine.
Hopefully, I can just have my handy old wooden crate on the ground, which I can then climb on. Voila!
Okay. At least it lets you.
Man, that's fucking
Oh,
hilarious.
talking about Aerith? Oh, because she kept the flower? Okay. What a
I like how
nice art.
Tifa's so down bad that you like give her the flower that you forgot to throw away, and she's like, "Oh my god, so romantic." And he's like, "Oh fuck, that was forgot it on the bottom of my shoe. Oops."
To be fair, Aerith, if you accept the flower from Aerith, she tells you that the giving of that specific flower is for when lovers like reunite or whatever after an extended period of time.
Mm-hmm.
So like there's some added context there to make it seem like a little less ridiculous.
This is here, come to, but you are no.
There's something here I'm supposed to pick up, and I don't know what I'm supposed to fucking pick up.
I have heard it
To
said
get it,
you
flower.
were once spouse, but you were fooled. You were blinded by her artistry. Your fall was as fate, but now you have returned. Tell me, are
What
you
am I
here
doing
to
here,
have?
man?
It is Arin. Oh,
Am I
she may
leaving the
have
bar?
you.
Is that what I'm doing?
It is
Am I
a lesson
leaving the bar?
Arin will only
No.
learn. She seeks to set. She dreams.
Are you making me change the music? Is
I
that
see
what we
you
gotta
have
do?
not embraced your.
You gotta play the pinball machine.
Before you may return to our father's fold.
Stop it.
Come, child of murder.
You're actually not allowed to go to the next mission until you get the high score.
Spirit, show us the achievement.
I wouldn't mind if it let me fucking play the pinball machine.
You took this spirit's life, and thus its voice. So, speak for it. How was this pitiable creature's slave?
Oh, I literally just walked around the bar until the conference is over. That's it?
We have a sacred.
What, you think we got some kind of weight system?
Yeah, I know. I've done all the things. Like, the only thing you can talk about is fucking flower. Dude. That girl was weird. What is up with her? Why is she like that? I don't know, maybe because she has fucking a billion timelines in her head. What a weird fucking
Slaughter this celestial being. Spill its blood into the void. And through eradication.
I should stop
spare
spoiling
no
Rebirth since I have to play Rebirth eventually.
Someone will stop you, Ballast. When they do, I will get Alex.
Citizen, stop this at once!
Oh, that was it?
Please
Shortest
stop.
mission?
Try me without chains on, coward.
Savannah. Sorry.
Citizen, stop this at once!
Oh, is there anything in here? No. Why are all these false doors here?
Try me without chains on, coward.
Ugh. I showed little Rosie what a chocobo was the other day. She quickly informed me that I needed to build chocobos.
Nice. What does she mean by that? Build chocobos.
Oh, there's a chocobo commander.
Okay. Gotcha.
Behold.
I didn't know if she meant like you must construct me a chocobo.
Cleanse the tent. There is nothing.
That would work
more.
too. But yeah,
Fucking
there's
get out
a,
the hammer and the wood. I need this now.
there's a chocobo commander.
Hmm.
And it is very broken.
Nice.
that Chocobo Commander is something else. They're like a landfall deck, and they say like whenever a land comes in, the Chocobo gets like 1-0 until the end of the turn or whatever. But it gets really out of hand when you're just like. It says when you, like the commander says like when you attack, you look for like birds or whatever, right? And then like you put excess lands just onto the battlefield, no questions
I
asked.
offer you instruments.
And you're just like, oh, so you vomit like 7 lands out, right? You attack with enough birds.
Wait, hold up. What type of damage do these guys do? Slashing, no!
Is that your weakness?
No, I have the ability to, like, inflict piercing vulnerability, on everyone near me, but the, like, things that I can summon that are, like, AI-controlled allies are dealing slashing damage, so it doesn't do anything for them. So I suppose it shouldn't be too surprising that the like the shopkeeper that only sells murderer stuff is not too helpful for me.
Mm-hmm.
It is quite funny that like the power of, oh, it's my ghouls, not me, lets me do like actually just full on join the ballist cult though. It's like, yeah, still pacifist by the way.
Well, after like 10 rounds, I did it. Yeah, lovely, amazing. I'm such a good fucking darts player. I didn't even make the leaderboard.
Darts, like the fucking antagonist from Yu-Gi-Oh.
Oh. Way to the counter for Tifa. Was that always an option? Fuck this game.
But think about it. If you had seen that, you wouldn't have played all those darts and had just a great time.
That would have been the point. Fuck the darts. When the meeting's so bad, you have to come up for coffee. Sounds like a day at the office. Ugh, when you sit an extra chair away so that you have to actively move over to comfort said character. Which is what they want, even though you could just sit next to Cloud and it'd be fine. Women.
XD.
Did they kick you out? Yes, but I'm not gonna admit that.
Something over there.
What the? You just got into a fight about something. Like, what do you mean?
Sister always hides from me. She likes to play. Sister, she
Oh, thanks for the 50 extra gil.
She is the best.
Big man with a gun.
I think you made more saving that cat.
Respect for the dead.
Probably would have. Oh, it'd be a real shame if the fucking ghosts didn't latch me in and
Pray you
make me fight again. Of course, Jesse be like, I wanted you to tag along because I think you're, but I don't want to say that. So that'd be really awkward. She's even worse than Tifa is. Good lord. You should come talk to me when our conversation's over. Yeah, whatever. Even though these people would literally be dead if like Cloud wasn't there to like help them. Jesse's literally the only competent side of like Barrett. Biker gangs. I really like their Yakuza types. Whenever they can shove them in, they shove them in.
They might be contractually obligated to.
Contractually obligated by the Yakuza. It's fucking wild. What? The slums are a shithole? Crazy, I guess.
Holy. No way.
What a line. I think the backstabbing type. Let's go talk in this weird, weird hole where we can stab you in the back.
Oh, wait.
Who thought it?
I think the ghoul's death explosions only hit living things.
Uh-oh.
It doesn't seem to blow up my grenades. Guess I'll probably just need to do this in another, or finish this fight in another trip. I feel like Scalaridus Fell is supposed to come visit me at some point.
Probably.
Don't know what's holding him up, but he just isn't.
Got a busy schedule.
What could be more important than me?
She took one down. Nice. video game armor. Literally. Thugs. Take a rest in that bed. That's all you do in the slums is sleep. God, she is so forward. I do, but it'd be a real shame if I died before I got to that payday, you know. Maybe if someone dropped the fucking plate on me.
Skill issue, maybe?
Yeah, I know, right? She just gives you Ifrit? Are you serious?
Yeah, just holding on to it.
Casually?
Yeah.
I
You don't
guess
just
I-
have Ifrit in your back pocket? What are you,
I
bored?
guess you don't. I guess I am poor. Bye. It's just another job. Yeah, she's totally not asking you to do it because she's in. You have a giant sword. Certainly 100% work driven. No ulterior motives.
Mm-hmm.
None at all.
Mm-hmm.
But of course.
No
Another
application of a
speculation.
soft drink could help her in this situation. What is that guy used to?
See, now we're gonna pretend that we actually know our female counterpart. How did you guess that? Since we don't have family, we're gonna mooch on your. Good lord. No, my mother's dead. She got burned alive in a house. Cloud, you already determined that wasn't why that bomb blew up the way it did.
But what if it was because of those things?
Well, Cloud has done this a few times where she's like, she points out, she's like, no, something was wrong with the explosion, and Cloud's like, ah, but you said this at the site. It's like, bro, she's thought about it, and now a different theory, and you're just gonna be like, ah, well, bro, come on. All right, let's see if we can get through this.
Anyway, take your pick.
I remember this being like not easy the first time around. Long range attack, guard, accelerate. Oh, okay. That's an enemy.
Yo, fighting on motorcycles. You know what would be cooler? What if you played Yu-Gi-Oh on motorcycles?
Yo. See, but the difference is fighting on motorcycles means you get bitches cycle with you. I don't think Yu-Gi-Oh on motorcycles is you bitches.
I don't know. The female main characters, this was like one of the few times that they were like openly romantic towards the main characters in that show.
Was she really?
Yeah.
Anyway,
I never watched 5Ds, so I'm just like assuming based on like what you're telling me now.
No, like it's actually canon. Like now, this part of it never came out in the Americas, but
Oh.
like the final arc, because they only did like, you know, the same thing with GX where they did like most of it but not all of it.
Gotcha.
But in the final arc, like she fully confesses her feelings, but is like, but we're gonna go and do different stuff in the future.
Wow. Okay.
So yeah, I think I don't know about the later seasons, but as far as I'm aware, it's the only time that you know, the main character openly got bitches.
Yo?
Guess it was got to be like you say, I guess.
What can I do for you? Of course. You wouldn't be allowed to hold them if you weren't doing it.
Well, that shot me right in the face. children on trikes. Don't we have the boss now? We have one more guy we gotta fight. Actually, didn't do too bad. Thought I did a lot worse.
Not entirely sure how I'm going to really be setting off these explosives when I actually need to. But I guess that is a bridge that I will cross when I get there. Okay, I don't think I can do this Gith ambush, so I guess I will just see what free EXP I can collect by walking around, and then okay, I did not get free EXP by going in here, and I will not be beating those Gith. Like, there is absolutely no way. Any fight that involves fighting like multiple enemies, I'm pretty sure is just not happening if I don't have like allies to carry.
Fight them for you.
Yeah.
Does it survive his barrage?
Okay.
Forgive the mess. Your blood is far more It's a breakthrough. But listen, if you come inside...
Maybe I can get EXP by talking to her.
And now that you're here, the crown jewel of my research, not even for the betterment of the alchemical arts the realm over. When you first and risky, but well, yes, formulae. And now that you're here,
You
Okay.
hit me, I'll fuck off.
Wonder if I can just like take this and then dip. Feel like this is usually an option in this game. She asked me to drink a potion for her, so I just yoinked the potion and then walked away. As one does, you know?
Oh, come on, he's fucking dead.
Reception failed, huh? That's usually not a good sign.
Or it just means there's a dig spot somewhere.
I think that's usually survival.
One of the two.
Traps are also like typically a lot more annoying when I have these ghouls with me as they also explode when they die. Okay. Purple worm poison? That is an acceptable trap to deal with. I can just cover them with like backpacks or something. Maybe crates.
Alright, this is a good spot to end after this. I gotta get my deck. Start putting it together. Yeah, I know. I didn't do well enough to get the kiss from Jesse, I get it. You have to rub it in. Okay, we can speed up the scene. Let's go. Come on. We're on motorcycles and we're going at fucking snail's pace. Get it? I'm a fat guy and I'm hungry. Get it?
Wow. Peak comedy.
So every time Wedge talks, he's like, man, and I'm running low on. And he's like pointing at his stomach and he's like, get it, guys? And he's like, oh my god, I got it like 6 times. You're fat and you're hungry. I get it. Come on.
The only thing that is better for making a joke funny than explaining it is telling it a second time or a fifth time.
It's been every scene he's in. Just like Jessie at least has characterization, right? She's talking about the Mako bomb and doesn't think like she's kind of catching on that Shinra may have like, fucked it up and like made the damage worse and blah blah blah. And so that's interesting. There's more to her character. I'm a girl, haha. But with these two chuckle fucks, it's like I'm fat. Get it? I'm fat. It's funny. And then with like Briggs, it's like I just exist. And you're like, both of you are worthless characters. Why are you?
Damn.
I said it. like they don't justify them being around for the next 40 hours. In the original game, they were dead in like 2, and that's fine. That's fine that they're dead in 2. It checks out. Like they're a bunch of guys that don't know what they're doing. They get in over their heads and they die. Like.
Mm-hmm.
Shinra doesn't care and is willing to kill them. In the remake, they make Jessie like understandable since she's the one putting the bombs together, but these two just oh my god. Anyway, I need to stop ranting.
Alright, I think I'm probably going to be calling it pretty soon.
Well, I'll hang out till you do.
Alright. Yeah, so I'm
I have
just
to put this deck together. So.
think I'm just gonna be like rolling up to like where the fight's going to happen and then piecing out.
Welcome to the count.
Relaxed tone and easy smile, but the halfling's shifting gaze gives it away. Something has him rattled.
Oh, he's an unusual sort of customer, but the head banker said he'd handle it, so it's fine. I'm sure we're just fine. That would be very well.
Account holders only from here. Right, which is to say.
Alright, so they don't really do anything to stop me from robbing them blind, but kinda don't think there's actually any point in doing that. I've got like most of the gear that I want, and I think what I don't have is probably not purchasable.
Need to see a vault pass, please. That's in order.
Wow. All the traps. Okay. Do I remember? Ah, fuck. Please don't tell me the ghouls are gonna trigger these things. Uh, 1, okay. 4? No. 1, 3? Okay, and then I think 6? No. What the, okay. I guess I don't remember this, but I will just brute force it since I got the first 2 already. Oh, it's looking like they are triggering the things they're walking on, I think. That's a bit annoying. Wait, no, they're not. Why was it saying that I was getting the third one wrong when I only walked on 2? Oh, yeah, maybe they are. Yeah, they definitely are. Holy shit, that is so annoying. Well, see ya, ghouls.
I wonder if you could somehow, like, you know that genie lamp? You could somehow, like, trap an enemy in that. Like, get them to pick it up.
Would be very funny, but in order to move it, you get sent in, so you can't really, like, take it anywhere.
I mean, if you've got, like, enough minions, you might be able to, like, shove it far enough by just, like, alternating.
Uh-huh.
But yeah, it would be very difficult and probably impractical.
I mean, the only way to, like, give an enemy ownership of it, I think, would be to, like, sell it to them, which would involve picking it up. There we go. Alright. Autosave. I think you've got the right idea. This is a good time for me to call it.